Hello everybody and welcome back again to Twin Sons Farm. I hope everybody is well. I've just got back from my holiday yesterday, just a couple of days up away in the Lake District. Absolutely love it up there. Yeah, it was a really nice few days. The weather, as I'm sure you're aware, obviously in the UK, was absolutely cracking these last few days. Really lovely sunny weather, and it was just really nice to get away there already for a couple of days. It was my birthday on Thursday as well, so, and it was the first holiday for our two little lads. So yeah, it was really good. Really nice to get away for a couple of days. But it's good to be back and cracking on with the series. So hope everybody is all good. Once again, hello to all the new subscribers who keep coming in. I hope you're enjoying yourselves and you're enjoying the content I'm making. Thanks once again for subscribing to the channel. I'm just really glad that you like what we're doing. Anyway, here we are coming down to the shop because I have purchased a new piece of equipment for the farm, as you can see. The fields themselves, they need spreading with fert this month, and I looked into actually hiring another contractor to do it, and it was going to cost a fair amount, to be fair, to lease all the kit, you know, lease the tractor, lease the stuff, buy the fert. And I just downloaded this mod the other day, and I thought, actually, if we get this on here, this could actually be a cracking use for the 8210. It's already fitted with narrow tyres from when it was doing row crop work, planting the carrots. So I just thought, oh, that'd be a perfect job for this tractor, really. So the Kverneland sprayer came out the other day on Mod Hub, so I downloaded it, put it in, and here we go. I've also added a bit of a liquid fert container back at the farm, and it just means now that we can not only do our own fields ourselves, but I'm also thinking again we can start off doing some contracting work, spraying the other fields nearby, earn a bit more money. And then obviously as we progress we can go slightly bigger. So that is what we're going to be doing in today's video. We're going to be spraying off these, well, we've got our two OSR fields that need spraying off, and we have our carrots, I think, need spraying as well, and our oats. So plenty to be doing. There's that car again. There you can see is our OSR on the left, and it's looking really nice and lush now. Lovely and yellow. Yeah, when that comes around into sort of August time, looking forward to harvesting that. I'm hoping we're going to get a decent yield from that field. But yeah, look at that, looking lovely. So we'll go and fill this up, and then we'll get cracking. So there we go. So I've popped in that fertilizer tank there. So that is what, you know, I filled it all up. I think it cost about 10-15 grand to fill up, to be fair. Oh, there we go. It's filling the front as well, so that's good. So we've got a bit of weight on the front. Yeah. So that mod is still not. It's not liking it, is it? So I'd taken off one of the other mods I was using and thought it might be that was causing it, but I think it's that new improved exhaust effects. It's not happy. That looks terrible. Right, I'm going to go out of the game, sort some mods out. I'll be back in just a sec. Right, we're back in game again now, so we'll just see how this goes, and if it goes funny again, then there we go. I thought I'd left on the one of the exhaust effect mods I'd put in the other day, but I haven't, so I'm not sure what it is that's causing that. Anyway, we'll have a look, see how we go. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, it's good to be back now. Get back into doing some work. So one of the things that I have been looking at is means trying to keep track of tasks and things on the farm, it's been quite tough, to be fair, because I don't get to play that often, you know, with everything that's going on. It can sometimes be a week between episodes, so I sometimes forget what I've said I'm going to be doing in the next one, yada 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 yada. Anyway, a mod was released a couple of days ago, task list on Mod Hub, by Oz, I think he's called. If you haven't seen this, it's brilliant. I think there's a couple of little tweaks and things he's actually going to make, because there's a little couple of nuances that need looking at, but in the main, it's great. It'll ping up different tasks that you need to do at certain times so you never forget. So, like I can see here, this is my tasks that are due at the moment. So we can see we've got to spread liquid fur in field 3, 11, 10 and 2. Solid fur if needed. I think they are our grass fields. I don't think they are needed, but I can check them. And then that's just for the month of June. And then as you've got daily tasks that'll pop up every day, remind you what to do. Somebody mentioned they need to clean my tractors. I've put a little reminder in to do that. So there you go. But when you click this button here, you can then go through into your monthly mode, and you can see where your busiest months are going to be. So you've obviously got January, February, March, April. So we're in June, so we're climbing up, getting into July. So you can see July is going to be a big month. We've got a load of grass and haymaking to do. We've got to spread slurry on those grass fields once they're done. So yeah, big month in August, and then July. Then you get through to August, where you've got all your harvesting, baling, carting of the straw. September, when we're back into field work and getting ready for winter stuff. So yeah, this is brilliant, and I think as well, it's perfect if you've got a multiplayer server, a dedicated server, lots of you on it. You need some way of keeping track of tasks. You might be using Excel or Discord to do it. This way you can put it in game. I've been using it on my own Dedi server, and it's great. There was a couple of little nuances that Oz needed to make it work. He very kindly sent me an updated version, which I've put on now, and it's just brilliant. It works a treat. I'm pretty sure he'll be making a few tweaks anyway, and he'll get that over to Mod Hub. So yeah, I would really recommend this mod. It's fantastic. Just helps me, for keep on track of those tasks. The other thing that Oz has been working on is this, the garage menu. So you may remember that from FS22. We've finally got one. You no longer need to faff around going into your owned items and all that bit where the finances are. Everything you own is in that little window. He's managed to get that in, and that is an absolute godsend. So yeah, get on Mod Hub, download those two mods by Oz. You've got, I think it's called Garage Menu, and the other one's Task List. Give it a, rate it. Give him, all the props you can, because these are brilliant. So yeah, big shout out to him for getting that out. So with that being said, let's get on to fertilizing our first field. So now I've got narrow tyres on this, and that has caused that, but that's okay. I don't really mind, because I will try my best to do tramlines. But if we're going to do that, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to set up a course and follow it using course play. This is going to be tricky. I didn't think that would happen because I'm using narrow tyres, but seemingly it doesn't like them. Right, okay, so it's given us the course there, so that's good. So if I go on to... There we go. Let's try and zoom out a bit. Well, that's about the middle there, isn't it? It's interesting that. Now I've got the crop destruction anywhere mod on. Maybe it's that makes it, you know, that sort of makes that happen. I'm not sure. Right, there we go. Knock the speed down a bit. And we are making tram lines. Now, I was going to talk to you all while I did this, but now I'm doing this, I am slightly worried. So I will try and talk to you, but it may be a little bit more disjointed than it was going to be. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, just a big thank you again to everybody who has been watching the channel so far. I'm just glad you're enjoying the content. To anybody who's new, and if this is your first video of mine that you've watched, please do, you know, even if you don't subscribe, if you could just give the video a like if you do enjoy it. That really helps me, because it helps YouTube push the video out to other people as well. So the more likes I get, the better, really. And obviously, if you do enjoy it and you want to see more of this sort of stuff, then yeah, please do give the channel a subscription. So this is going to be what my video is going to be today, and it's going to be quite interesting actually, because I have seen Scroft making tram lines like this, and he managed okay. I think I was just caught a little off guard there, because I didn't realise that's how it was going to work. But as I say, fair enough, you know. Yeah, we're getting some tram lines in the crop, so it's one way of doing it, isn't it? Yeah. So we're gonna get a headland in. We'll go all the way around and meet up back to the gate where we did before, and then it's gonna be doing the rows. Now, obviously, we haven't got precision farming on at the moment, so this is just kind of blanket layer of fert. You know, just whatever it needs, it's just going on. So I don't know how much fertilizer it's going to use, but I guess we'll see shortly. I mean, what, 3/4 of the way around on this headland, and we're down to about 86%, so we'll just have to see how much it uses, I guess. One thing you'll see there, there's little patches in the fields. So the reason they are there is not the realistic weather mod because of irrigation. What that is if you leave on environmental disaster destruction, I think certain types, so like when you get hailstone and things, it can damage your crops and stuff like that. Now, it happened to me, I think, by accident at first, but then I thought, actually, I might just role play that, you know, those patches have been over winter where we've had bad rain, it's pooled up in the field, and we've just had a bit of, you know, crop that's failed to germinate. So I'm going to leave them in. I think, again, it just makes it a little bit more realistic if you get a bit of patchy crops and, you know, those kind of things that happen over the winter. So that is why you'll see a bit of that in the fields. You know, even in grass fields you'll get patches that aren't really, you know, as full as they could be. So that is what's happened there. Again, you can see it in that corner there. Okay, here we come up to our original bit. Oh no, the gate, forgot about that. Let's just close the gate. Okay. And now obviously we've got to try and follow these tram lines so we don't do any more damage. Where is the the first row? Looks like it's there. Okay. So if we turn that on. Well, like I say, it's sort of working. It's not going to be as neat as it possibly could be. Speaking of which, you probably all are aware now that precision farming is coming back to 25. It's been a while, but there are a couple of additions, one of which is the ability to do tram lines from the base game. Well, not base game, but from precision farming itself, which is going to be brilliant. So looking forward to putting those in. It's interesting the way that I think they're doing it, as you set it up from the map and then the drill automatically doesn't seed those bits, I think, from looking at the videos I've seen, which is fine as an iteration for the mod itself. I think what will really change it and what will be really good is if some modders can get hold of it and use the technology, but do it so as in real life it's the drill itself that's putting those tram lines in. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? But at least it's coming back, you know, and at least it's being included. That is a big step up for the realism stuff. Hopefully, you know, more realistic things get put into the game as we go along, but I guess we'll see. What else has been going on? I suppose I do have some big news for everybody. I am not going to go into it yet. Suffice to say, if you saw the episode of Load of Prop with me and Leroy, now I don't know when that's coming out. That may not have released when you see this, so if it hasn't, that won't make any sense at all. If it has, then you know, we'll see. But you may have heard a bit of a hint in there. But yeah, I've got some big news coming up, which when the time is right I will share with everybody. I'm very excited. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. I think it will have an impact on the channel, both from, oh no, that's gone wrong, hasn't it? Both from a kind of, you know, level of amount of content that comes out, but also from a information point of view as well. So I know that's a bit cryptic, but yeah, as soon as the time is right and I have some more information for everyone, I will share that with you all. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. Family wise, everything's going really well. So we heard this week that our little lad, he is on the waiting list now for his op, so we don't think it's going to be very much longer now. Now when that happens, myself and my wife, we will need to go and spend a week with him in the hospital while he recovers. So obviously when that happens, there isn't going to be any content really on the channel at all. But as soon as I get time to, I will get back onto that, and I'll keep everybody updated. Thank you again to everybody who sent, you know, wishes of good luck and bits and pieces. It's really very kind. Both myself and my wife, you know, it's very kind of people to show that kind of, you know, support and things. So thank you very much from all of us. But yeah, so hopefully though we should have some more news on what's going to happen with that very soon. Anyway, I know I've sort of waffled on a bit there, so I think again, as usual, what we'll do now is we'll just put this onto a time lapse. I'll get the rest of this field done, and then once it is done, we'll head back to the yard. We'll probably need to fill up the tractor with some fuel. We'll also need to fill up some fur, and then we'll talk about which fields are next and what the plan is. So I'll speak to you all a bit later on. Alright. Well, after it being a bit of a shock that was going to happen, I don't actually mind how that has turned out. I think there's a bit of a wobble there on that one where I sort of turned in a bit late. But yeah, that seems to have actually worked out quite well, to be fair. So as it happened, oh, there's the wobble one. Yeah, but hey ho, never mind. Yeah, so we'll go and do the rest of them in the same style. So obviously we've got that one has been done. We've got this field here to be done. The carrots need to be done, which, yeah, not sure how that's going to turn out. We'll see. And then crop field wise, yes, and then we have, of course, our oats over here. So I might do the oats next because they're obviously close to the farm, and then we'll head back over that way and get the next field of OSR done and the carrots. But yeah, so that's worked out okay. We'll just take this back off flight mode. 1 second. There we go. Fill the front hopper back up. And then we'll just need to go and put some fuel in the tractor. It's interesting to see. Look, it's done it again. So when you're playing and save, the first time you turn the tractor on, fine. If you turn it off and then you come back to it there and try it again, you get that. So I'm not really sure which mod is causing that yet. Well, it must be the exhaust extension, I think it's called. It might be a bit conflicting with something else, but yeah, we'll have to look into that. Right, I'm going to refill this tractor, and then we'll just put it on a time lapse, and I'll get the rest of these fields sprayed. And then once they're all done, we'll have a bit of a chat. Or if something happens in the meantime, we'll have a chat before. So yeah, enjoy this next bit, and I'll catch you all a bit later on. See you later. so we've obviously done all of our cereal crops there, and they've actually turned out all right. You can see on the map there, they're not as bad as I thought they might be. I'm pretty chuffed with them. Yeah. Now, I'm obviously about to do the carrots here, and I'm not sure whether you know, in real life, you know, would you spray carrots? Would you have, you know, like, because we had a cover crop in here, and then we planted the carrots into the well, we ploughed in the cover crop, then we planted the carrots, and then before they emerge, would you spread solid fir obviously down the ridges? Not, you know, not working in farming, I'm not actually sure how you would go about doing that. So if there is anybody watching my videos who does farm in real life, if you were ferting, I suppose, any kind of root crop really, carrots, parsnips, potatoes, you know, how would you do it? Would you use a sprayer and then, you know, and do it that way? Because I don't think you'd have tram lines. You'd obviously have ridges that go in certain ways. So yeah, I'd be keen to hear how you go about fertilizing your root crops in ridges in real life. Now, interestingly, the crop destruction anywhere doesn't seem to be affecting the carrots. Now that also might be because they're too small. We're obviously leaving tyre tracks on the ridges, so I don't know if that'll be causing kind of them to collapse. All new to me, carrots in game, so yeah. We are going to need to come back at some point and spray off these weeds. Although that being said, I might just leave them and just, you know, crack on with the harvester later on, rather than sort of faffing around and coming back in with a sprayer again. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, please do let me know, as I say, if you're doing that in real life, how you'd go about it, because at least I can do it properly next time. So we'll just go about getting this field finished, and then I think I'm going to leave this video there. It's probably been quite a while, to be fair, and there's been a time lapse, and then we can, you know, move on another month and get into July, which is when we'll be doing some haymaking, and I'm going to have some fun doing that. I'm hoping to get out some of the older equipment to do those hay meadows. So yeah. Anyway, I'll get this sorted, and then we will have a chat when we're done. See you in a bit. So there we go. That's all of those fields sprayed, which is good. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have damaged any of the carrots, so interesting. But yeah, I think, as I say, we'll leave this video here. Get this tractor back to the yard. I'll probably keep it on the sprayer for now, because although I'm probably end up using the 8210 for haymaking next month. So yeah, I will actually take the sprayer off and lay it up. But yeah, it means we've got another string in our bow for contracts as well now. So I will probably do a few of those the rest of this month in June, and then I will get into the next video in July and we'll do a bit of haymaking. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Slightly less activity going on in that video there, but interesting to have a go at making those tram lines, which, as I say, when you look at them in the map, they seem to have turned out quite well. Actually, I'm pretty pleased with them, even though it was a bit of a shock at first that they were being made. So if you did enjoy that, please do give the video a like. It helps push the video out to other people across YouTube. If you want to see more, give us a subscribe. And other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Ta-ra!